And here we are again. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Steven, the Mad Cook. Today, the vegetarians should pay attention. Spaghetti noodles, I've got 2 pots of boiling water. Toss them in the wok. Stick a pan lid over it. The reason I've got 2 pots is because my wife hates zucchini, so she gets macaroni and cheese. Gotta stir it a little bit. As soon as you put these on to boil, get this out of the way first. You want to start with your zucchini. You may notice this is a little bit bigger than you buy in the stores. That's because I grow them myself. So I only need about half of the zucchini for this size zucchini. You might need whole one, maybe 2, depending on how big they are. Again, I don't measure it very often, unless I'm baking. Then I find things have to be a little bit more precise. But if you follow along, you'll get it. And don't be afraid to change it up a little bit. That way you can tell people that it was your own. Next, we're going to take half an onion. Get the bad stuff off. By the way, you'll notice I'm not crying while I cut my onion. That's because I keep them in the fridge. For some reason, refrigerate an onion, it will not burn your eyes. I didn't believe it when I first heard it, but I tried it, and it works. Chop that up, and in it goes. Next, we're going to take a carrot, just one, shred it up a bit. And that goes into. Be sure you stir these things a little bit now and then. They will stick to the bottom of your pan, and you don't want that. If you do want that, you're strange. Also, I find the macaroni to be a good timer, because about the time that's finished, this is usually ready for the next step. Don't be concerned if your fresh veggies come out a little underdone, because you can eat them raw. This is a red bell pepper. I also grow myself. Chop that up. Another one, because they're kind of small, but my plant's small, so that's what I get. But I make up for it by having several. And you'll probably only need 1. Chili pepper, green. There's all kinds of variety of them. Just pick whatever is in season. Let's get this out of the way. be putting the zucchini away soon too. Now you don't have to use zucchini. I find that all the summer squashes work great. Okay, let's check this. You can see the spaghetti noodles are getting nice and limp. It's actually going to come out more like a chow mein, because let's just face it, the Chinese actually invented the noodles. So spaghetti is basically chow mein that has marinara sauce on it, or some other tomato type sauce. And it's coming along nicely. Now we'll get some spices out, because we're going to need these. Move the camera out there. I prefer sea salt, some ground chili powder, black pepper, and let's get some minced garlic. These are ready to go, so we'll just strain them real quick. Turn that off until we're ready. Again, I don't measure very well. Not that I don't know how. It's a choice. Margarine, more. You can follow the directions if you want to. Now I turn the fire back on. Mine tends to come out a bit creamier than you normally get, and as a consequence, tastier. Because texture has a lot to do with pleasing the palate. Now I like to leave that to actually boil. To the vegans that might be watching, pay attention to your ingredients. Most margarines actually have a touch of milk in it. I learned that from a vegan friend of mine. Now while that's draining, just stick your pan right back on high. And we'll get a scoop of butter, not a big one, just a little bit. I called it butter, it's not, it's margarine. This is olive oil, virgin olive oil. A little bit, just enough to cover the bottom of the pan. And now, a tablespoon of garlic, heaping. Garlic is very good for your heart, bloodstream, and it's tasty too. Just don't kiss anybody right after you eat. This is a little red wine vinegar. Balsamic works great too, just a little bit there. We'll add a little soy sauce. And because I like it hot, we're going to add some hot sauce. It's also great with habanero sauce, but I couldn't find any this trip. Let's sprinkle in some chili powder. Get a nice mix of flavors in there. Not too much salt. I don't like a lot of salt. Just that's it. Now this is starting to get nice and creamy. Pepper. This mixed. And now we just dump this right in on top of it. Don't let this just sit there because it will start sticking even though we put the olive oil down. Time to turn this off because it's nice, thick, creamy. My wife's going to love it. Just like that, it's ready. Now my son's not too fond of zucchinis either, so we'll give him some. This macaroni and cheese. And the veggies for me. You probably noticed I got a big belly. I'm trying to get rid of some of that, so I eat a lot of veggies. I like cooking from scratch, that way I know exactly what is in every dish and they can't put some preservatives in on me. Bon appetit!